Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show, the last regular season game here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. We should be in for some fun tonight.
Well, I think you're right, Jeff, and it's always a lot of fun. We're here at Engel Stadium on the beautiful campus of Bay City Central. We got the rivals going at each other. Western making the trip over from US 10 and coming to Engel Stadium, and I don't care what the records are. This is going to be a great football game.
Well, they call it the Battle of the Bays for great reason, and bragging rights are an important thing in beautiful Bay City.
It really is. You get it for 365 days, Jeff. And this is a special week for both schools and the administration, and everybody's pretty fired up and having a good time and looking forward to a really good football game. And we got great weather for the game tonight also.
Well, we start with the Chris Willards-led Western Warriors, and they've had a little struggle in the Valley this year, but been able to have some success out of conference.
Yeah, they're coming in at 3-5, Jeff, and we had a chance. Mike Vince and I had a chance to watch them against Carman Ainsworth. They got a really nice offensive line. They did some really nice, good things against Carman Ainsworth. But anytime you play Chris Willard's team, you're going to get a tough, gritty group of young men that'll put a hat on you on the defensive side.
Well, their offense is predicated on the rush. 1,697 rushing yards with 519. So they don't actually call it balanced, but he uses it to its advantage when those DBs start looking in the backfield. Then he surprises with the pass.
Yeah, he does a nice job of mixing it up, Jeff. And sometimes they're in a real tight formation, and then they kind of spread it out a little bit. But I'll tell you what, that offensive line really did a nice job when we watched them at Carman Ainsworth. It opened up some nice holes, and the backs had a really nice day for Western.
Sarnowski's averaging about 48% completion rate. So, right around half of his passes are complete. And again, they use that pass for the big play.
Yeah, and they did that against Carman Ainsworth when we watched him, Jeff. But, if they're running the ball really well, that's going to be a benefit for Sarnowski to drop back and make that pass. But, Chris Willards is a run guy, first pass second. But he'll put it up in the air if he has to.
And the running game is led by Jason Stevens, 722 yards rushing this year, 7.4 yards per rush. So he's had some success.
Anytime you get over 5 yards of rush, that's pretty good. And give credit to that offensive line. But he's got a really good vision. He's got good feet. He's got good balance. He's got a little bit of speed. So he can go between the tackles, but he can also go outside.
On the other side for Bay City Central, again, 0-5 in the conference. And they've got 1-2 in the outside of conference in their 8 games.
Yeah, it's been kind of a struggle this year, Jeff. They had some opportunities to win some games, but they got away from them. But, we were here for that 100th anniversary game when they were playing Midland High. I was really impressed how hard those kids played. They came out, put a hat on the Midland Chemics, tough defense, really good offense, got some good running backs, and the offensive line did a nice job also.
Well, they're very balanced offensively with 866 rushing yards, 640 passing, and that means that their sophomore quarterback, Bo Frederick, has got to have a nice game. He's got 69% completion rate on the year. For a sophomore, that's incredible.
That is really good, Jeff. I didn't know he was, might as well just call it even 70%. But, that's pretty good for a sophomore in the Saginaw Valley, which we all know is a very tough league. So I think Bo has a good game tonight. They keep the ball away from him on defense. I think we're going to see Central do some nice things tonight.
It's almost an ideal night temperature-wise for football. Game time temp is going to be around the high 40s, but very light wind. And as a football player, that's almost perfect.
Yeah, this is a really good night for football, and it's also probably going to be senior night, so that's going to add a little special something to this game, Jeff. But, I was very fortunate to coach in one of these football games here at Central between Western and basketball. I coach between Western and Central. It is something special. There's not a lot of love between, but there is a lot of respect between these two schools, and they like to get after each other, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I think the key for both teams tonight is Don't retaliate from the pushing and shoving, and limit the silly mistakes that you make in penalties and or turnovers.
Yeah, great point. Unforced errors and things like that. Take care of the football. You know, do the little things, the detail things, and I think the team that does that best will come away with the victory tonight.
I would think, based on what you've seen and heard so far, these two guys are a little fired up and ready for what should be a great football game.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Stadium's filling up. Weather's great. You can smell the hamburgers and the hot dogs cooking. And, you know, Western's going to bring a lot of people. Central's going to bring a lot of people. So, you know what? Hang on. We're going to have a great night of football here at Engel Stadium.
That about puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show. Back with all the game action in just a minute on BCTV.
Your husband is having a heart attack. The ambulance crew asks,
"Which hospital?"
Before you answer, consider this. Covenant Healthcare is the region's most preferred hospital for both emergency and heart care. With an expert team of board-certified cardiologists and the Great Lakes Bay region's first and largest structural heart disease program.
Take us to Covenant.
Good answer.
And thank you for the direction, Western Senior Drum Major Owen Tennant with Bad Guy. Next on the podium, we have Central Drum Major Ella Hughes conducting the combined bands and Hot to Go.
Good evening and welcome. It's week 9. We're ready to go with our kickoff. Central wins the toss and defers. They'll kick to Western and defend the south goal. High, short end over end kick. It's going to bounce on about the 20 and just die there. A little bit of a broken tackle and out over the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Pretty nice return on the play for the Western Warriors. Set themselves up in good field position.
Taken there by number 2, Braden Hitz. That was a very popular name when we were out there at Western a few weeks ago, Jeff. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 35-yard line. Tell you what, Mike Vincent's in good voice tonight, getting everybody excited about this ball game.
Well, you know, you were out of town last week, so we got a chance to warm up his voice as he replaced the legend in week number 8 at that shellacking that All Saints gave Kindy North Huron. So he's back this week and great voice ready to happen. First play of the game, motion to the near side of the field. Little counter action play might have gone for a few yards. Look at the offensive big dogs up front, pushing the pile for a gain of almost 9.
Looked like number 22, Jason Stevens, the ball carrier, Jeff. And as we talked in the pregame, he is a very, very good player. And that offensive line, when we saw him a few weeks ago, really, they're big, they're strong. They do a really nice job for the running backs of Western.
They really spend a good amount of time in the offseason in that weight room, and they are hitting it, and they move that pile an extra 4 yards. So 2nd down and a long one. Stevens, the ball carrier again. He's going to move the sticks. He gets to the outside and nearly breaks it big as he bangs forward, finally brought down defensively by Bay City Central's number 5, Braylon Narvez.
They rode him against Cavaliers a few weeks ago, Jeff. He had a really nice game. So as you can see, he is carrying the load the first 2 plays of the game for Western Warriors, just underway here at Engel Stadium.
16 yards on 2 carries.
Not
he's
bad.
Averaging 7.4 on the year, so he's right on track. A little jet sweep action trying to come to the outside. Central's defense doing a much better job of getting to the football that time. That ball carried by number 10, Cam Bedell.
Like number 28, Jacobs in on the tackle for the Bay City Central Wolves in their familiar purple and gold uniforms. Warriors, gold helmets, white, all white with a little bit of orange, as they always bring the Hunter orange when they come over to the east side of Bay City for the Warriors.
Look at it with the side stripe on those things. Those jerseys are stylish.
Yeah,
See how long they stay white, though. Stevens, the ball carrier, again makes another couple of people miss.
And he picks up the first down going down to the 35-yard line. So left side of that offensive line is just creating some big holes in that Central defense.
Yeah, they've got some players on that offensive line, the Warriors. But, good running back and see the hole. And I tell you what, look at the size of those Western Warrior offensive linemen. That's a big group.
Well, and Fournier, the big right tackle, he's only a junior, so he's going to be coming back for more next year. As they try and get to the outside again, another broken tackle. First down yardage and more inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line before a touchdown-saving tackle by Escamilla for Bay City Central. But the Warriors set up first and goal at the 1.
Dawson Lavender, the quarterback, the ball carrier for the Bay City Western Warriors. Like you said, Jeff, first and goal to go. Nice opening drive for the Bay City Western Warriors here early in the first quarter.
Boy, they're making a statement as it's only taken 6 plays to go some 64 yards.
Wow.
So I think their average per carry is pretty fabulous. There is the first down run. Stevens into the end zone. It's a Bay City Western Warrior
touchdown.
Wow.
That didn't take long.
They absolutely made a statement on the first drive of the game.
That was a really nice drive by Bay City Western. 9:02 to go here in the first quarter. And like you said, they took it 64 yards right down the middle of the field. And all runs and a lot of Stevens on that drive right there.
LaRue holding for Knuckle, attempting the extra point. Good exchange. The kick is up. It's plenty long, and it's good. Time out on the field with 9:02 left in the first. It's the Western Warriors striking first up 7-0. Back in a moment as the Wolves will get their hands on the football for the first time on BCTV.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, just wow factor for what that Western offense did in that first drive.
A really pretty drive by Bay City Western. Jeff took it right down the field, 64, 65 yards. Got 9:02 to go here in the first quarter. And you can see a little bit of ground chuck by Coach Willards and his Warriors.
Well, and you know what happens after you ground chuck enough, they're going to be peeking in the backfield, and that's when they're going to try and drop a big pass in. But, Central's got an opportunity right now to make things happen. So that ball is going to be back. It's already into the end zone, so you can't bring it out. Nice thought on the play by Pat Rulin, and he is one of the speed merchants from Bay City Central, one of the sophomores that they brought up on this varsity team.
Yeah.
One of 5 of them, and all 5 of them are actually getting meaningful snaps in the game. So the future is certainly bright for Bay City Central.
They do have a lot of young players for the Wolves. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves at their own 20-yard line, Jeff. Let's see what the Wolves can do handling the ball for the first time tonight.
We'll find out right now as the sensational sophomore quarterback, Bo Frederick, he certainly won the job preseason as he gives the ball going forward. I think that might have been Stakowiak with that first run. Could have been Rulin. Let's see what we got coming up out of the pile. It's Patrick Rulin, number 27, and gain on the play of about 4 yards. So solid first down carry for the sophomore Rulin.
Yeah, not a bad way to start, Jeff. 2nd down and 6 for Bay City Central. Senior night, man, I'll tell you what, this late in the year, October 24th, got great weather, good crowd on hand. Hopefully we'll win that 50-50 this time.
Yep, I'm hoping we can get $400 or $500 coming our way. So there's Davis with the catch, and he bangs forward for about 3-4 yards after the catch. Finally brought down defensively by Cam Bedell. It'll be enough to move the sticks, and a 1st and 10 for the Bay City Central Wolves. Like the fact that you're mixing the pass in early, you're going to keep those defensive backs and safeties back so your run plays have a chance to make an extra 2-3 yards.
Yeah, Bo did a nice job right there. The defensive end had his hands up, went right through the defensive end hand, and a nice first down for the Bay City Central Wolves.
And again, they try another pass to Davis. That one is banged down by number 34 on the play, Aiden Adcock. So both opportunities. This time, you've got to get a body on that person so that they can't get the arms up and extended. They've got to engage with them. He came pretty much unmolested in and was able to easily bat that pass down.
Maybe try to chip him a little bit off the line of scrimmage. But, you know, the old saying is if you can't get to the quarterback on a passing play, always put your hands up and maybe you'll get lucky to bat it down. That's what happened right there with the Warriors.
So they got some length on
their they do.
DNs on their line, too. So Frederick back to pass. He's going down the field. That intended once again for Bay City Central's number 0 that time, Sebastian McGill. And that falls incomplete, bringing up a 3rd down and 10-yard to go situation.
Tough spot right here with 7:57 to go here in the first quarter. Western with an impressive opening drive. Jeff taking her right down the field to open the game 7-0, 3rd and long for Bay City Central.
Well, and I'm looking at that middle backer, Adcock, and he really looks like he's got a nose for the football. Another junior, so not a senior-laden group. Ruland is out on the wing right now. Frederick has got to get rid of that ball. He sends it out to Ruland, and even had he caught the ball, the Western defense had that snuffed out. So it will be a punting situation for the Wolves after getting 1 first down. With 7:50 left, they'll be kicking the ball back over to the Western Warriors. Looks like Action Jackson Miller will be back there to do the kicking for Bay City Central.
And wind's not going to be a factor tonight, Jeff. The ball may be a little bit slippery from the dew, but Mother Nature has given us a perfect night with no wind, so that's not going to be a factor.
For this time of the year, as Jackson tries to get that ball, and then the loose fitting does not allow him to even get that kick off, and he'll drop it down at the 15-yard line. So, oh my, a short field right now for the Western Warriors.
Yeah, bad snap went over the head of the punter for Bay City Central, Jeff, so Western's going to come away with great field position at 7:47 to go here in the first quarter.
You know, and if you're on the about the 34, 35-yard line and you boot that ball down, you're going to make them go at least 70, 75 yards. Instead, you give them 15-yard field to work with, and the Central defense got their work cut out for them.
Got a little bit of a spread look here by Coach Willards and his Warriors.
That just means spread them out so the running back has a chance to go. That is taken by number 3, Larry Bowes. He's into the end zone. It's another Western Warrior touchdown. That one only takes one play to go 15 yards. And the Western Warriors making a very early statement here at Ingle Stadium.
They got that double-headed monster right there in Bowes and Stevens, Jeff. They do a really nice job running the football. Offensive line, big hole right there for Bowles. And 7:41 to go, 13-0. Bay City Western with the lead, waiting for the extra point.
Thought, Gwiz, that formation was something that caught Central defense a little bit off guard. They were scurrying around trying to get in position, never got set, and the Western offense took advantage of that.
Good point.
Knuckle with the extra point, and he booms that thing. It's heading back out there by Officer Brian Murphy's car. Don't hit my car out there, Brother Murphy says, I'll write you up. We'll take a break. It's Western 14, Central nothing. Back in a moment on BCTV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spiritwear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spiritwear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
Back here on Bay County TV, we're getting ready for the second kickoff for the Western Warriors. They've made a quick statement, not even to the halfway point of our first quarter, Gwiz.
Boy, Brody Andrus ready to kick off for the Warriors, up 14-0 with 7:41. He's got a nice leg on him too, and the Wolves will let that go into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Central at their own 20-yard line.
So Bay City Western firing on all cylinders, giving up only one first down to Bay City Central's offense. You know, like from the first game to the second game, I also say from the first drive to the second drive. You see what the defense offers, you make your adjustments, and let's see if the Central offense can get rolling here and keep this game close.
We saw them play against the Midland Chemics in that 100th anniversary game, Jeff. They did some really nice things during that game. They've got the potential to put some points up. Let's see what Coach Frederick has up his sleeve to start this second drive.
Rulin bounces to the outside, and we know he's got the speed to get there. He is got the first down and more as he is out to the 35-yard line. Very nice job by Bose, too, because he slid across that face mask but did not grab and did not give Central the extra 15.
Nice job right there by Ruin, the sophomore running back, Jeff. You know, and you look at this Central team, you're right. They got a lot of young players on both sides. Western's got some young players. Central's got some young players. So you got a sophomore running back. Did a nice job right there in Ruin.
So Frederick going with the patient snap count, trying to draw that defense off. And another ball that hits the ground, another bad exchange. And the Western Warriors are going to come away with the football again. Jack Gillis, the senior outside linebacker, chomping on that ball. And the ball goes back over to Western.
It looked like it may have hit the backside of the center when he was trying to snap it, Jeff, because it was off when it was trying to get to Frederick. So I think that hit the center. But unfortunately for the Wolves, the Warriors are going to come away with great field position again. 1st and 10 on Bay City Central's 26-yard line.
Boy, two terrible snaps. And Central's going to have a timeout right now. They're going to have to try and regroup things. We're going to take a break as well and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. Rick, the recently engaged Najinsky, covering for the birthday boy. We got special events all over the places. Nick Page is celebrating a birthday tonight, and so Rick steps in. So, you know, I just turned 65 a couple of weeks ago. We got celebrations all over the place.
I'll tell you what, did you get invited to the birthday party or the engagement party or anything? No?
I check my mail every day. They say it's there, but I still
it's
wait.
In the mail. Yeah, well, they know better.
Along with the check. So, gain of about 8 yards on the play for the Western Warriors. Just under 7 minutes left in our first quarter of play.
You know, nice field position back-to-back for Bay City Western. Started this one on the 26-yard line, 6:48 and counting to go here in the first quarter.
So much better job as Davis comes up. Looks like we're going to have an offensive holding as the Gillis run. It looks like it'll be negated.
Yeah, no doubt, Jeff. That came right from the white hat, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty against Bay City Western with 6:40 to go here in the first quarter. And again, we talked Bowles and Stevens and that offensive line. And Dawson Lavender, the quarterback for Bay City Western, had a really nice game against Flint Carmen Ainsworth. He didn't get the start, but he played some of that game, and he played very, very well. And always liked that, watching that young man play football for Bay City Western.
Well, and I give Davis credit there as he came up from his safety position and made a great open field tackle to shut that down before the penalty negated it. Back to 2nd and 11. Quick pass to the outside. Very nicely done a step late getting there. Davis comes back at the last second, but it's too late. It's another Western Warrior touchdown. Wow, they're just making it easy looking. Not even halfway through our first quarter of play, and they've dented the scoreboard 3 times.
Mac Edmonds, the sophomore tight end for Bay City Western, got it out in the flat.
Nope, say Hardwick.
Oh, Hardwick,
Yep.
I'm sorry. And making the score 20-0. And for the extra point I was looking at the wrong roster, is Brooks Knuckle, and he's got a nice foot on him. He might put it out on 14th Street one of these times.
Well, he kicks it long and deep, and that ball is kicked long and deep, and that one just goes next to the Popo cars. So time out of the field with 6:25 left in the first. 21-0 Western over Bay City Central. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. Mike, thanks some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff, got another great group. Covenant Healthcare, the Bay City All Saints Booster Club, Frank's Great Outdoor, our newest sponsor of the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Village in Action Towing, and Sandlot Sports, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV.
Here comes another high, shorter boot. This one should be returnable as Rulin gets it at his own 10-yard line. Looking to get upfield, trying to turn the corner. Great pursuit angle that time from Cam Bedell. Shuts that play down deep. Central will get the ball back around their own 17 or 18-yard line.
Boy, Cam came a long ways to make that tackle, Jeff. He did a nice job. That was open field. The Central kick receiver had some green grass right in front of him, but Bedell did a nice job.
Boy, he shut that gap down in a hurry. 1st and 10, Bay City Central. Officially their own 18-yard line. Keep an eye on the exchange here. That one is much better. And another quick pass attempted. Western defense looks like they're very, very well aware that if they're going to pass, they're going to be quick passes, and they're getting the hands up in the air.
Yep, that's a good job by the defensive end for Bay City Western. That's the second pass they have knocked down tonight, making it 2nd down and 10, stopping the clock with 6:15 to go. Probably maybe get Bo maybe rolling out a little bit, get away from those defensive end, do a little sprint pass to the wide side of the field, give them some, and maybe tuck it up and run it a little bit.
Well, I think what they do is they're going to get Mac Edmonds with a little tight end right down the seam. And
we've seen that before.
Yep, and they're able to get that, and he's now as an H-back as he tries to block, and not much there as the Western defense very, very aggressive, as looks like the Wyatt Stakowiak, the ball carrier that time, and he is crushed at the line of scrimmage with a loss officially of 1 yard on the play. 3rd down and 11. If I'm going to call any play here, it's going to be that seam route for the tight end.
Yeah.
See if they can split the defenders.
Andy Robbins in on the tackle for the Warriors. 3rd down and 10 for the Wolves at their own 18.
Single back right now as they've got now trips to the near side. You're going to try a double pass down the field, and that was very well executed, but not perfectly thrown, and Edmonds could not get that ball as it was thrown down around the ankles of Edmonds. He made an attempt to get it, but got to love the play call, and it caught the Western defense off guard, but got to be able to complete it.
Just a little bit low on the pass, but I like the play call. 4th down and 10, back for the Wolves, punting number 44, Jackson Miller. And back for the Warriors. Can't see the number, Jeff. Don't know if you can see it.
I can't. So Jax Miller gets a high, short kick up in the air, and that takes a very lateral bounce and will go down at the 38-yard line. That return man who never got a chance was Bose.
Going to be, again, great field position for Bay City Western. The only time they've been in their own part of the field is when they got the first kickoff, Jeff. But other than that, for 2 plays, and other than that, they've been in Wolf territory the whole night long.
They started at their 35, and after 2 plays, they had 16 yards at the 49-yard line of Central, and they have not snapped the ball since in their own end of the field.
Got 5:24 to go here in the first quarter. Warriors up 21-zip. Official's going to take a little confab right now. Coach Frederick is talking to the near side official.
Let's see what we got here. Flag way down here.
Oh, did not see that.
Illegal motion, kicking team. 5-yard penalty, first down, Bay City Western.
Boy, so they have a legal motion that gets assessed at the end of the play, bringing that ball down to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. Short field is the sequence here in the first quarter.
It just got shorter.
Now trying to curl around the corner. Nice job as Bose is the ball carrier. Stakowiak coming out defensively to shut the door down, but not until there's a gain of about 6 yards on the play. So all the buttons offensively that the Western Warriors are pushing in the first quarter are being successful.
And with Bose and Stevens in the backfield, Jeff, they both really complement each other well. They can go in between the tackles, they can go outside, and they catch the ball well for out of the backfield. So Coach Willard's got a nice game plan going tonight for Bay City Western.
It is been to perfection thus far as a single back once again is Bose. Lavender, the quarterback. Motion to the wide side. We're going to have an offside penalty on the Central defense. You cannot afford to give up a free 5. And remember, Mike, when we talked in the pregame, unforced errors are going to be a big factor in the game. And Western doesn't need any help offensively right now.
They are clicking on all cylinders, Jeff, and they just got a free 5-yard that's going to give them a first down at the Central 21-yard line with a clock 4:34 and counting. Boy, what an impressive start to this football game for the Warriors.
They are doing everything right, as we're not even seeing Stevens in there right now. It's single back with Bose. And he gets the direct snap and cuts to the outside. Look at his speed as he's able to turn the corner and pick up about 8 yards on the play. And nope, he got you around the shoulder pads, and that is perfectly legal. There's no whiplash. There's no mask. There's no horse collar.
He was trying to sell it.
He wanted the horse collar, but great no call.
Yeah, referee was right there. Good gain on the plays by Bowles. The gain of 7, called 2nd down and 3 for the Western Warriors with a couple split way outside here to the near side.
That is the mirror of what they ran earlier. Lavender going right up the middle. Makes a couple of people miss. Cuts to the outside. He's into the end zone. It's another Western Warrior touchdown. Wow. That is just making it happen too easy.
Yeah, they are running the football, Jeff. They've only passed it a couple times, but let's give some credit to the big fellas up front. They have done a nice job blocking up front. That big offensive line is firing right tonight here at Bay City Central.
LaRue holding as the extra point is up. And it's good from Knuckle. Time out on the field with 4:03 left in the first quarter. 28-0, the Western Warriors over the Central Wolves. Back in a moment on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at BayCountySportsHOF.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back here on Bay County TV, the Western Warriors strike again.
Didn't blink.
They've hit pay dirt 4 times here, and we've still got 4 minutes worth of first quarter football to play. Ruland trying to get some footing to come upfield. Finds a little seam, cuts to the outside, turns on the penny, and the Jets gets out to the 45-yard line before he's brought down by Andrus.
The kicker finally got him, Jeff. Brody Andrus. He's a big fella for a kicker, but again, nice job by number 27, Patrick Ruland, taking it all the way out to the Central 47-yard line. Great return right there by Bay City Central.
He felt the bells of St. Andrew ringing when he got to the sideline. Andrus really laid the wood on him, but I'll tell you what, you saw what this sophomore's got. When he found that little seam, he hit the extra gear and made a great return for Bay City Central.
Best field position they've had all night, right in front of us, Jeff.
1st and 10 at the 47, right directly in front of our broadcast position. We asked for a spot at the 50. They gave it to us at the 47, so we're thankful of that. As Allison Sobchak, the athletic director here, always does a great job of accommodating. Did you see who we got sitting in this press box with us tonight? There's royalty up here
the
tonight.
Lepicks and the Sullivans and Lee Thompson. Goodness gracious.
Yep, life is good right
Hall
now.
of Famers all around, you and Vincent. Good Lord.
We're just glad to be amongst greatness.
I don't know what I'm doing up here. I can't compete with this.
I would say that you are more than worthy, fine sir. 2nd down and 11 for the Central Wolves. Looks like a quick rushing attempt that time by Bo Frederick, and he gets hit in the backfield again. First hit on that play, Zay Hardwick getting in there in a hurry.
Boy, I'll tell you what, 3rd down, and it's going to be long for the Wolves. That knocked them back a few yards, Jeff, all the way back to about the 43-yard line for the Wolves. 2:45 and counting to go here in the first quarter at Engel Stadium.
Boy, I'll tell you, just looking at body language early on, the Western defense and the offense are just jumping right now, and Bay City Central's looking to try and find some rhythm. See what Frederick can do here on 3rd down. There's a nice pass, and that will go for a little bit of yardage, and McGill not able to pick up the 1st down, but
nice
got
catch.
a chunk of what they wanted. And a good throw and good catch. It'll be 4th down and about 4 yards to go. Central offense staying on the field. I like that call.
Yeah, that was a nice catch by McGill right there, Jeff. That was down by his knees, and that was a tough catch. But, again, 4-down territory for Bay City Central. 4th and 4 for the Wolves inside Western territory.
I like the adjustment going more in between the tackles instead of trying to go to the outside where a couple of them have been batted away early on. 4th down and 4. And we're going to have a pass to the outside. It's incomplete. And the penalty's going to have to be a procedure for 5 men in the backfield for Bay City Central, because otherwise they would have blown the play dead.
Yep,
so that penalty is going to be declined.
Coach Fredericks went right to the referee, line judge, and said, yep, yeah, and he put his hand, he said, yep, 5 guys. So it's going to be a penalty against the Bay City Central.
And that's frustrating, Mike, because when I'm officiating at the 3rd and 4th grade level, I encourage those people every time they come up to tell me whether they're supposed to be on or off. And if it's wrong, I want to help them fix it. But you cannot have that mistake in your lineup in week number 9. It just can't happen.
Turnover on downs with $1:41 to go here in the first quarter. Lavender with a nice pass to the big fella, Brody Andrus, the tight end, quasi-kicker defensive lineman for Bay City Western.
Slash, not. He's one of those guys that does it all. But, again, time to throw the football, throws the very catchable ball in stride, and Andrus picks up some extra yards after the catch.
Well, and good job again by that offensive line, giving Lavender the time to throw the football. We're at $1:15 here to go in the first quarter, Jeff.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line of Bay City Central. Sweep play to the near side of the field. Central's defense doing a much better job on the running back, but they don't finish wrapping him up, and he's down inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line before he's finally brought down. Central had 3 players on top of the running back, Gillis, and unable to bring him down, and he picked up an extra 20 after spinning away.
You know what? And I forgot about Jack Gillis, but I remembered him from a few weeks ago against Carmen Ainsworth. So you've got Bowles, Stevens, and Gillis be able to run the football. So you're running 3 people out there, Jeff, that are not bad football players for Bay City Western.
They're going to mark him out at the 16. Must have stepped out before the contact. So 1st and 10 Western. Here comes your bull rusher right now, and he bangs forward, and he is a absolute beast, Stevens. And he picks up about 7 yards, and they'll have to run one more play here in the first quarter.
Again, Stevens carrying a lot of the load for the running game for Bay City Western, Jeff. Couple passes, but you know what? They are just strictly running this football, and they have been so impressive tonight against the Wolves.
Every button that they've pushed has turned into success for Western so far.
Yes, it has.
24 seconds again, unless this is an incomplete pass, will probably be the last play of our first quarter. Split backs. And the handoff going this time. It looks like Bose gets it, and he is close to that first down marker, but he's going to be a little bit short. Oh, the chain gang doesn't like this. They're going to have to go from one end of the field to the other.
Woo! 80-plus yards, my friend.
Get the oxygen mask out. They're going to need a little help at the other end of the field at the end of one. It's the Western Warriors 28, the Central Wolves nothing. Back in a moment for the second quarter on BCTV.
Your heart drives you forward. And it's your heart that drives the Covenant Center for the Heart to be on the forefront of next-generation heart treatments, like minimally invasive valve replacements and advanced procedures for AFib. For the very young and the young at heart, depend on our experts at the most preferred health system. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here ready for the second quarter as the chain gang finally stretching things out here. You can see the
oxygen.
Steam rising over there from the sidelines. 3rd and 2 right now, ready for play coming, and we're going to play ball.
We're going to head to the north end zone for the first time, Jeff.
So Stevens, the ball carrier, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, but look at the push forward. They are going to get him very close to the first down marker. And I have not seen a signal yet whether they're going to give him the first down or not. They're going to say 4th down and probably length of a football.
Yep, I would have to agree with you. You got the peepers going tonight, my friend.
Well, and it is a situation where the Western offense is not able to neutralize the Central defense on the last couple of runs.
So we're going to call it 4th and 1. Maybe a little bit shorter than that.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, it's a little early in the evening, but this is a situation where I can't get it out of my pocket. It's a key play in the game of Village and Action Towing.
Got a penalty flag.
And
the line judge.
It's probably going to be on the offside on the defense, so that's going to be a half the distance to the goal.
He pointed at Western.
Well.
Oh, but they're going towards the goal, so goal line.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. And again, it isn't the amount of penalties, it's the timing, and you just can't line up in the neutral zone.
That's just a tough break for Bay City Central right there, Jeff.
It is. Now you're giving the Warriors 4 opportunities from the 3-yard line with that big hunking offensive line. And you know Stevens is going to have his hands on the ball. They throw that ball over the middle.
What a catch.
And it looks like it is going to be another Western Warrior touchdown.
Is that number 6, Cal Polarski for Bay City Western, it looks like.
It might be Sequin. I'm not certain which of the two it was.
Yeah, it was 6.
Okay.
He still got the football. And they just
They're
threw
going
a
to give
penalty.
him a 15-yard penalty for that into the student section right there. And so that'll be assessed. You can either assess it now or assess it on the kickoff. I say you back him up to the 25 on the kickoff.
Yeah, Plarski with a really nice catch for Bay City Western. And they're going to be unsportsmanlike conduct for Bay City Western. And I'll knock them back 15
you definitely
yards.
want it on the kickoff because you can see the extra point. Moving it back 15 yards is not going to be sufficient to keep him from kicking it. So here's the big thing with this, Mike. It is not a personal foul. It's an unsportsmanlike. So if he gets one more, he is done for the night. That's the difference between personal foul and unsportsmanlike.
Gotcha.
So a little bit undisciplined that time as a great play and a superb catch. Plarski made just a fabulous catch. And now we're going to have to see if we can keep this ball from going up on the roof at Bay City Central. As Knuckles going to kick it high.
He's going to try.
He's going to have that thing about 90% of the way up. We'd have had to send Roger Lepping. We'd have had to get him out of retirement to head up on the roof and get us that football.
I hope he turned in his keys. If he didn't, we would have got him up there.
No chips on windows. We'll be back in a moment on BCTV.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 Back here on Bay County TV, the back judge in all of his glory. One of the few opportunities he has got to signal what they've got going on right now. And I'm trying to look. This looks like my boy Marty Kravitz out there on the field right now.
Oh, it does look like Marty.
It is brother Marty. I can't wait to tell him his technique was off the charts good. He says, I finally get to make a signal here during the game. Yes, that's Marty. I can tell by the way he's sauntering over to the sidelines. Oh, I'm elated right now.
It looks like he's got a new pair of kicks out there, too, with his new Adidas.
His PF Flyers are working overtime tonight.
Marty's been doing a great job. Just retired not too long ago.
He still does a little work hither and yon, but it's not anymore over at the Terminu where he was at for a long time. Trying to get upfield to about the 33-yard line. And guess who? The guy who made the last touchdown. He says, I got an unsportsmanlike. I'm going to try and take it out on somebody. And he's doing a little dancing out there. I'd be very cautious if I was him because if they recognize your number once and they see you haven't learned much from it, you could find yourself sitting on the sideline the rest of the game, and nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, Mr. Plarski, a junior tight end linebacker, did a nice job right there. 1st and 10 for Bay City Central at their own 34-yard line. Let's see if the Wolves can get something going here, Jeff.
They need to string together a good drive. They need to get points on the board here because there's still 10:40 left in our first half of play. 35-0. The Western Warriors have just dominated this first half. Motion coming to the near side of the field. Davis gets his hands on the ball, tries to cut back across the grain, and just half step late from getting to the wide open turf. And great job defensively by Gillis and company to slam that door.
Yeah, also in on the tackle was Bedell, again from his defensive back position, Jeff. He comes up and does a nice job with his open field tackles. We're going to call it gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 for Bay City Central.
Well, the Warriors use a 3-man base defensive line, and then they'll walk outside linebackers up sometimes in a 4 or 5-man front, but you know, you've got 5-6 people running around in the defensive backfield, and it's really hard to get a hat on them. 2nd down in about 8. trying to go to the outside. And again, I really feel like that pass is not as accurate as it could be, knowing that you've got to get over the outstretched hands of the defenders who are using textbook defense.
That defensive line has been really well coached this week, Jeff. They're getting their hands up, and you just got to throw it over it, or it makes the throw a little bit more difficult, is what it does.
Well, it's the trajectory, it's the timing, and it's just that split
Yep.
second to throw everything off. Now let's see what Bo Frederick can do here on a 3rd down and 8-yard-to-go situation. Trying to come upfield, not even getting back to the line. There is a great defensive play by Andrus as he shut the door on Rulin.
Coach Fredericks over on the sideline talking to the quarterback, and it looks like it's going to be 4th down and long for Bay City Central, and they will punt it away. That will be number 44, Jackson Miller will punt it away back for Bay City West. It looks like number 10 again, and that is Cam Bedell, the junior from Bay City Western.
So it looks
Watch
like
out for
Western's
him.
got their personnel back on the field now, so they're all set. Jackson Miller's back 14 yards, and he just gets it off. And that takes a good roll for Central down to the 37-yard line. At that point, it will be 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors.
Good kick by number 44, Jackson Miller. And with 9:04, Jeff, to go here in the first half, it's been an impressive showing in this first half by the Bay City Western Warriors. A little bit of throwing the football, but as Chuck Knox, ground Chuck, he would have been very, very happy with this Western football team tonight running the football.
They have been extremely proficient with every button that they've attempted to push in this game so far in the first half. We've just actually played about 14 minutes of football. Handoff up the middle again, getting in between 2 tacklers into the wide open is Bose. He is down inside the 35. We got a little hanky out here. Might have a block in the back.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be, Jeff. I thought I saw it, but, what the referee saw and what I saw could be 2 different things.
So the thing is, that's going to be a spot foul, so they're going to move that thing back to the 37. The chain gang didn't see it. They moved back. So it's actually going to be a first down and about 4 or 5 yards to go for the first. So they get far enough downfield that spot foul will move it back, and they'll be dropping it at the 44-yard line. So it will actually be 1st and 2 yards to go for the Western Warriors. But selfishly, being a Warrior, they said they would have rather had that ball down around the 33.
That's the first one I got right this year, too, from seeing the flag fly.
I missed it. I was watching Bose go downfield.
It happened right behind him.
Split the seam, and another penalty flag now on the far side. We're going to have a false start on the offense that time as they were trying to get Bose going to the wide side of the field. So Western with a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes. And, I'm going to go back to that block in the back. It's not a great penalty because you do not want to be behind the play, having no bearing on the outcome of the play, and pick up a penalty like that.
Well, Coach Willards walked out on the football field almost to the numbers and was having a little spirited clap in conversation for his Warriors on those 2 penalties in a row.
Message sent, message delivered.
Heard.
Lavender comes forward again. He spins forward out of the tackles, and we're going to have the ball down at the 48-yard line of the Bay City Central Wolves. Another 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors.
Boy, that has just been an impressive showing by the offensive line tonight. Jeff, and you look at those running backs, every time they got great holes, good footwork, their vision is really good. And what else are they doing? They're falling forward for that extra 2 or 3 yards.
Well, the big dogs are eating up front right now. They're eating good in the neighborhood is what they're saying. First
the dog chow.
As they're going to try a little jet sweep. Central doing a great job of shutting that down. And hit first by Mac Edmonds. And that is maybe the first negative play I can remember in this ball game for the Western Warriors. So great play by the sophomore Edmonds. And it will be 2nd down and a long 11.
Loss of 1 on the play. Jeff, ball will be right at the 50-yard line. Another great paint job by the facilities and maintenance staff here at Bay City Central with the logos and the numbers and the end zone.
100th anniversary.
100th anniversary.
Mike White has done it for years, and he's got Jim Guazdella and Big Mike Velasquez, the law firm, the trifecta, making it happen. This looks like a false start on the wide receiver here on the near side, number 11, Hartwig.
Boy, this might get Coach Willards out past the numbers talking to his kids.
And he's talking right now, and he's like, we've got to cut these mistakes down as they go back to the 45-yard line. It will be second down and 17 yards to go for the first down right now as the Western offense, at least on the last few plays, has come back to earth.
Second down and 17 for the Warriors. They're back in their own territory at the 45-yard line. 6:45 and counting, Jeff, to go here in the first half.
Boy, just about to the halfway point and trying to get that ball downfield, and looks like we're going to have incomplete. Looked like they might have been grabbing for the hanky and decided against it.
I thought he was going to grab it, but
I think it's a good no call.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was pretty good coverage down there, Jeff. And
discretion was what? The
better part of valor.
Oh, my.
You've been listening to me all
Yeah, there's hope for me yet. So, and I think he took a good long look at it. He contemplated it, and I think he justified a no call in his head.
Yep.
Third down and 17. That was a pretty thrown ball, that time by Lavender. Back to pass, and they're going right down the middle with the completion to Gillis. And he gobbles that thing in for about a 21-yard gain.
I'm not sure, but Brody Andrus was in the area, and I think he may have tipped that ball. The tight end, it looked pretty close. They were both close to the football.
Man, I'll tell you what, Central defense says, finally we're going to be able to get out of this with a 3rd and 17, and Lavender comes up with a big one.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, but I'm not sure if Brody Andrus didn't touch it, but another nice job by Lavender, the quarterback.
Bowes to the outside. He's got running room. Look at the second gear as he slides down inside the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's into the end zone. It's another Western Warrior touchdown. Boy, I'll tell you, the old camo and the orange over there in the last 10 yards, the student section from Western, they're all jacked up right now.
33 yards for the running back of Bay City Western, Bowles, and in for the extra point is another Thunderfoot, Brooks Knuckle. Let's see if he can get it up a little bit higher onto the central roof.
And I'm sure in fun he's thinking that would be fun to do, but you want to keep your kicking ball if you can too. So the Roo to hold for Knuckle here for the attempted extra point, 41-0, pending the try.
5:59 to go here in the first half.
Boy, another good exchange. The kick, that's way shorter.
Yep.
That's only going to go halfway up the big side. And we've got time out of the field again, as Mike just said, 5:59 left in the first half. 42-0, Western over Central. Back in a moment on BCTV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here on BCTV, Knuckles going to kick off this time. I think maybe what happened is Andrus' foot's getting sore from all these kickoffs. Probably putting some ice on the Tootsies over there. Knuckle kicking the ball off, and that is going to go to Davis at his own 7-yard line. He comes right straight forward, got a penalty flag down as Davis cuts to the near side of the field. He's going to turn the corner. Only one man left to beat. Can he go all the way? He's cutting back to the inside. Touchdown, saving tackle that time by Bedell. Let's see what the penalty flag is all about back here at the 41.
Came from the near side official, Jeff, right at about the 41-yard line, but I'm not quite sure what he saw. But nice return. There's another one
down here at the other 32-yard line. So I don't know. Mama's not going to be happy. The Tide Stick's going to need to come out tonight at the end of the regular season to keep them their hankies yellow.
Flags everywhere. Here a flag, there a flag, everywhere a flag.
As they're going to have to sort this one out, and I'm sure they'll take, if the both penalties are against Central, they're going to walk it back here and take the one from the 41-yard line. Let's listen.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the receiving team. Illegal block in the back. A penalty is declined. Holding gets the receiving team 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Central.
So they're going to move that ball back to the 31-yard line. So a situation where you're going to have the ball down inside the 20, and now you're going to go back to your own 31-yard line. That's 50 yards of real estate.
Well, that was a tough break again for the Wolves, Jeff, moving them back. It was a nice return. It really looked good. That was coming right at us. And, as we have said many times here at Eagle Stadium, it's such a great place to watch a football game. Whether you're in the stands or up here in the press box, you're right on the field.
Absolutely. And Davis found another gear, too, as Patty Rulin lucky to hang on to that ball, as there was not a good exchange that time between the two sophomores. And Rulin did a good job of picking that ball up. Otherwise, it would have been another short field situation for the Warriors.
Yep, 5:26 and counting to go here in the first half. We're going to call no gain on the play.
They're going to call it a loss of 2.
Oh, did they lose 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, again, I think Rulin did a great job just gobbling it up. So Central looking to find something offensively that they can build upon, as they're going to go with a trips to the wide side look, see if they can stretch out this Western defense. Frederick trying to roll to the outside. He's trying to set his feet, and he throws that ball out. And fortunately, Central has a wide receiver, A.J. Sutton, in the neighborhood. Oh, yeah, Sutton's there. We're not going to have anything here. Nothing to see.
Yeah, A.J.'s got the ball. That's how close he was. Oh, they're going to call it.
And they are going to call it. And that is going to be a 5-yard penalty from the spot the ball was thrown and a loss of down. I thought
he was too.
They were going to give him the fact that Sutton was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's so.
That should be one of those what you think time score situations.
Going to move them back 5 yards. Yeah, I saw him over there too, Jeff. I have to agree with you. I thought he was in the area where that was.
And I'm not debating the fact that he was trying to throw the ball away, but if you've got a receiver that's even in the vicinity, given the circumstances, I can't totally agree with that call.
I mean, he was across the field, but I saw him, so it's going to be a loss of down. It's going to go back to the 15-yard line. And it is going to be 3rd down and a country mile.
Well, they're going to mark it back to the 10-yard line, officially now the 11. But with the loss of down, you're right, it's 3rd down and what they call out at Western, big country.
They're going to have to go to 22nd Street to get this first down.
That is going to be over there on Kosciuszko. So Frederick back to pass, going down the middle. And that ball is going to end up being a pick 6 for the Western Warriors. Looks like that is Plarski.
Number 6 again.
As he goes into the end zone, it's another Western Warrior touchdown. Wow. It just, everything that Western touches is matching their helmet, golden.
It's turned into gold. Defense right there stepping up. Plarski did a nice job. Just kind of was the spy right there, was watching Fredericks the whole time, and he just picked it off and went in for an easy 6.
And we're going to have the attempt of the extra point again by Knuckle.
Yeah, he got his foot out of that ice bucket.
Well, he's between him and our buddy Andrus. That one is up, and that's about 75% of the way up, but they're all right down the middle. Time out of the field with 4:45 left in our first half. 49-0 Western over Central. Wow, back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on Bay County TV, watching Knuckle. Boy, I tell you, between him and Andrus, they got some sore tootsies from the amount of kicking they've had to do in the first half.
They're going to have to go get a pedicure after this thing.
So Knuckles going to kick this ball off. A low line drive kick, and that is touched by Bay City Central. They're going to need to get on that as they try and come upfield. Davis makes the first two miss, but he gets up to the 24-yard line. And he's brought down defensively, looks like on the play by Hitz.
436, Jeff, left here in the first half, and just all Warriors here at Ingle Stadium. Final game, week number 9 here. Boy, like we always talk about, takes a long time to get here, but sure does go quickly, doesn't it?
This season has gone poof, and this 100th anniversary celebration, they were hoping to end on a more positive note, and absolutely smoked in the backfield, not even getting back to the line of scrimmage, is Grigorchek, just with a monster tackle on Rulin.
Yeah, nice job by Bay City Central's defense, Jeff. Or excuse me, Bay City Western's defense. They've done a really nice job tonight. Special teams. It's been an impressive showing for the Warriors.
And we got a little confab. Got another penalty flag down here at the 26-yard line. Wave the hanky. We want to keep them yellow. We don't want Mama chirping on us too much when we get home. How many flags did you throw this game? Look at that hanky.
There's grass.
I'll never get it clean.
There's grass stains all over it. Stop it.
Yes, dear. Yes,
Stop
dear.
it.
I got caught up in the moment, Mom. There's a pass to the outside to Davis. He breaks a tackle. He's going down the field, and he's going to pick up the first down and more before he's finally brought out of bounds by Bedell. But that'll be at the 48-yard line. Another late yellow hanky on the play.
Another, I'm going to say another misconduct penalty, Jeff, or unsportsmanlike. A little pushing and shoving at the end of the play, way back.
They'll probably call it a personal foul and not an unsportsmanlike.
Coach Frederick is talking to the white hat. Got it all straightened out.
Dead ball, personal foul, Western. Dead ball, personal foul, Central. Those penalties offset, the play stands.
So they're going to make the play stand. They won't have to replay the down because they're dead ball fouls after the end of the play. So Davis gets a nice yards after the catch and moves the ball out near midfield. See if Central can get a little late first half momentum.
Davis has got he's got an extra gear, like you said earlier, Jeff. He's got some wheels on him.
Central lining up as they're trying to spread things out, and here comes the defense as Bo Frederick makes the first person miss, but cannot make them all miss, and that is a very great open field tackle by Owen Beebe. Boy, the Warriors are just flowing to the football.
Yeah, they have done a nice job, Jeff. Again, watching number 10, Bedell, come all the way from that defensive back. He was 5 yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage for the Bay City Western.
I mean, they're
Warriors.
playing free and strong safety, and they're getting to the football.
They're
reading well.
Yep.
Second down and 11. Frederick coming to the near side of the field, able to pick up, and we're going to have a blindside block. And that's going to go against Bay City Central. It was right at the edge of, but it's a safety issue, and they're going to have blindside against the Bay City Central Wolves from the 47. They'll move it back to the 37-yard line, and that will negate a nice gain.
Yep, just like we talked in the pregame, Jeff. You know, it's just one of those things. It does happen, and it's just happened into the Wolves tonight, unfortunately.
That's a big 15-yard penalty, and that's going to back them all the way up to the 32-yard line. They're going to start the clock on the ready for play. Frederick heads the ball off to Rulin, and he gets swarmed before he can even get to the 30-yard line. Be another slight loss on the play. It'll be third down and a whole bunch again. 28 yards to go for the Bay City Central Wolves.
Yeah, Jace Winden in on the tackle for Bay City Western. You know, Jeff, every time something good happens for Bay City Central, unfortunately, then, you know, a penalty flag or something just kind of pushes them back in the wrong direction. It's just been a very tough night, unfortunately, for Bay City Central.
Yeah, just unable to string together 4 or 5 great plays in a row. See what they can do here on third down and long. Davis might have double coverage up over the top as he is going to run a quick route to the outside, and Bay City Central is going to be in a position where they are going to have to kick the ball back over to the Western Warriors.
Warriors will come away with good field position. Going back for Western is number 10, Cam Bedell, and he's going to be right at about his own 40-yard line.
And see, I see Jackson Miller down here, and he's got to be banged up because he's not playing defense. He's got a towel over his arm and wrist right now, so unfortunately, he'd be out there right now in punt formation had he been healthy enough to do it. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Western with 2:21 left in the first half. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Here is where the next generation is born. But we're also the birthplace of innovation, advanced treatments, second chances, and hope. At Covenant Healthcare, we're the most preferred health system because of the trust we have built across generations. And our leadership continues with the next generation. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here on Bay County TV, fourth down and about 28 yards to go for Bay City Central as
another timeout.
We're going to have another timeout on the field. Western, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 5, 8. They got 12 players on the field. So somebody made a mistake and went out too much. We're going to stay right here. Mike, thank some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff, we're going to thank the great sponsors for 25-26, Covenant Healthcare, Bay City All Saints Booster Club, Frank's Great Outdoors, Village in Action Towing, Sandlot Sports, and the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame. We got a banquet coming up, Jeff, on November 9th at the Doubletree, and also we are going to honor our new home that day. And over at the Bay County Historical Society is our new home at 312 Washington. So we'll have a little kind of a open house that day over there on the Sunday from 1 to 3. Or, we'll get more information, but check us out. Bay County Sports, HOF.com is our website.
There's a high, deep end-over-end kick. It's going to be returnable. And trying to go to the wide side of the field is Bedell. Bedell's down the sideline. Puts his shoulder down and gets down to the 30-yard line as he has a great return and a resounding theme for the night. Short field. Adriana A.D. Mazlewski before Brian Murphy. She was here for 3 years at Bay City Central, now a sergeant on nights. She's here in the house tonight. What a thing of beauty. As she comes back and she's like, whoa, I don't really.
She hasn't been here in a while, is what you're saying?
Well, she gets to stop from time to time, but she doesn't start till 6 at night. So a lot of the activities are already done and taking place.
Gotcha.
But she decided to stop by and see what's going on.
Say howdy.
Yes, how do to you. First and 10 for the Western Warriors. Stevens the ball carrier, and he gets tripped up and looks like maybe for Bay City Central, I'm going to guess Tommy Paul just got a hold of the ankle enough to bring him down.
Gain of 3 on the play. Jeff, 2nd down and 7 for Bay City Western with 1:45 to go here in the first half. Western with an impressive showing, up 49-zip.
They are impressive. Lavender back again as they're rolling to the wide side of the field. What a great one-handed catch. And Bedell makes the central player miss. He's down the sidelines. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's close to the end zone. They're going to have him out at the 1-yard line. What a great stop-and-go move here at about the 30-yard line. And the field is a little damp, and now we're getting some dew on the field. The central player couldn't keep his footing, but Bedell flies down the sideline, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Give it to him again.
Plenty of time left. You know, are they going to let Bedell finish, or are they going to let Stevens finish? Are they going to let Lavender finish?
Yeah,
you know?
or both.
I mean, you've got 4 great options, but your running back right now is your big running back, and that's Stevens. Motion here to the near side of the field.
But that's Bedell.
Bedell on a little jet sweep. He's into the end zone. It's another Western Warrior touchdown. We are at the super clock, and I believe that should be rocking right now. I don't believe they wait for that as it's rolling.
So it is.
Clock should be running right now as they're trying the extra point.
Referee just wheeled it.
He wheeled it earlier and somebody missed it, but that's fine. That's the difference between 35 and super clock 50. They rock that stuff as soon as the 50 comes up. The extra point is up. This one just sneaks in the left upright. No time out of the field. I would say that's probably going to be the last play of the first half. I don't think that we're going to be able to get anything else off before this first half is completed, as the officials are going to take their time down there on the field right now, and I think they're just going to stay down on that end of the field, and they're going to let time run out in this first half so they can scoot back into where they're going to be at halftime. But nope, they're going to let Marty Kravitz run all the way back down. He's like, man, we're right here by the exit. It's fun to see, too, over the years, Mike, the tradition of people lining up in the end zone.
Yep.
There's always a bunch of people down there, and it's just fun to see as Marty Kravitz is going to walk by, and he's like, gentlemen, we're not going to let you kick this ball off right now. We're going to halftime. We only got 8 seconds left here. Do you want me to count that down for you? He turns around, and Knuckles like, really? I would like to kick one more time. Nope, that's the end of our first half of play. And our score, the Western Warriors with a dominant first half of play, up 56-0. We'll be back in a moment to recap the first half and set the stage for the second half right here on BCTV.
There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Back in our Village and Action Towing halftime report as we look back on the first half, that everything that could go right for Western did, everything that could go wrong for Central did as well.
Yeah, very well said, Jeff. It was just a great first half for Bay City Western. And on the other side, Bay City Central, they couldn't get anything going. They couldn't get any sustained drives or anything. Every time they showed a little bit of spark, something set them back. So it was all Bay City Western in the first half.
As good as the offense was for Western in the first half, I really think their defensive end set the tempo. They were able to tip a couple of passes early, and I think they altered the game plan from Central as a result.
Yeah, they tipped a couple of those, Jeff, and the old rule is if you can't get the quarterback, get your hands up in the air, try blocking it, and that kind of deflated Bay City Central. And, take your hat off to the game plan there in the first half of Bay City West, and they just did a fantastic job, and they were solid in all assets of the game.
Well, the big fellas up front were eating well in the neighborhood in the first half as well.
Well, and we talked about that in the pregame show. We saw that offensive line against Flint Carmen Ainsworth. They did a fantastic job, and they did a fantastic job here in the first half, and they're living up to their billing. They are a very good offensive line.
Well, that's about enough said.
Yeah.
What we saw in the first half, all we can see is see what Central can do to come out to start the second half to see if they can put some points on the board and depth the scoreboard.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of adjustment Coach Fredericks makes, but it's going to be a tough hill to climb. But you know what? You got to come out, you got to play, you got to do some good things, and we'll see what Central can do.
That about puts the wraps on our Village in Action Jackson Towing second half just ahead here on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Caucaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here, ready to roll in the second half. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, and wow factor is what we saw from the Western Warriors in that first 24 minutes.
All Bay City Western, Jeff, 56-0. Getting ready to start the third quarter.
Well, somebody super toe ended up getting his ice bath for his foot, and bringing the ball back for Bay City Central on a nice return out to the 38-yard line is number 3 on that routine, and that's Marcelo Escamilla.
The first and 10 for the Bay City Central Wolves. As you talked earlier, we are in a super clock, Jeff, 56-0. So that ticker was going to keep on rolling.
Yep, short of a major injury, it won't stop for timeouts. It won't stop for out of bounds, for penalties, for scores. It's just going to roll. Narvaez does a great job of getting that first ball, catching it back to him, because he had that thing sailing about 10 yards past him, and he scobbled it up and picked up about 7 yards on the play.
Leo Davis in on the tackle for the Bay City Western Warriors. Looks like we got a host of new players on defense for Bay City Western, Jeff, so we'll have to keep an eye on it, but a nice job by that young man. Gain of 7 on the play, 2nd and 3 Bay City Central.
So Narvaez is going to look like he's going to get the lion's share of the snaps. He's a senior and wants to go out in style here in his last game at Engel Stadium. So Rulin going up the middle. Nope, that's Stakowiak, I believe, bouncing forward for a nice gain on the play. And Wyatt with a big gain, and he's going to move the sticks down to the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bay City Central Wolves.
Didn't we see a relative of his walking into the football game tonight?
Grandma and Grandpa, Ron and Gloria. We were elated to see them on our way, and they're both looking great.
One of my all-time favorite administrators, Dr. Ron. Good seeing him. I had a great conversation with him.
I started back at good old McKinley in 1965.
Whoa,
he was running the program way back in the day. Narvaez has got another first down run down to the 37-yard line. It's going to be very close. They're going to give him the first down as Bay City Central putting together a nice drive here to start the third quarter.
In on the tackle for Bay City Western, number 34, Aiden Adcock, junior tight end linebacker. And we talked earlier, Jeff, about both these squads. A lot of young players for Wolves and the Warriors.
As Western had too many players on the field, they get the numbers right. And Bay City Central is going to hand that ball to Stakowiak. He's going to try and get to the outside using the old-fashioned stiff arm, but 2 defenders led on the play by number 54, Owen Beebe, making that tackle for little or no gain for the Wolves running back, Wyatt Stakowiak.
Also throwing his gold helmet in there, number 21, Dylan Douglas, a sophomore quarterback defensive back for Bay City Western. 8:50 and counting to go here in the third quarter. All Bay City Western tonight at Engel Stadium, they're up 56-0.
Again, we're in a super clock situation here, so unless there's a major injury on the field, the clock will stop for nothing other than to move the ball from one end of the field to the other, unless Central can get this lead under the 50. Narvaez throwing that ball out to Edmonds, and Edmonds gets a nice catch at about the 25. Narvaez with a really nice throw and a great catch by the sensational sophomore Mac Edmonds.
Yeah, that was a pretty thrown ball by Narvaez over to that big wide receiver, Jeff. Good enough for a Bay City Central first down.
Under 8 minutes and counting in this third quarter, as Central putting together a nice drive here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, this has been the best drive Central has had here in the football game with 7:45 to go in the third quarter.
Rulin on the outside looking for some real estate. Central with the potential hold, not called on the outside. And there's going to be a penalty flag, as there might have been a late hit out of bounds at the end of that play, which will give Central the ball even deeper if, in fact, that's what they've got.
Yeah, that flag's inside the 10-yard line. Looks like about the 6.
And there's dueling flags over there.
Boy, like you said, Mama.
So, yep, it's going to be a late hit out of bounds, and they both have got flags on it, and it will make a half the distance to the goal, and it'll be first and goal, Bay City Central.
Get them at the 5-yard line for Bay City Central, knocking on the door for their first score tonight with 6:45 and counting here in the third quarter.
I saw the old trumpet, the fireman's trumpet up here
yes.
at halftime, too, so nice to see that. Narvaez going to hand that ball off as Rulin trying to get to the outside, gets down, sniffing the goal line. He's to the 1, does not get in. And Stakowiak's going to come back in with Narvaez.
Yeah, that's what they play for, Jeff. The Fireman's Trumpet Trophy is what they get to hold in their building for 365 days. Next year we'll be out at Bay City Western, and they'll do it all over again.
They will definitely keep that trumpet shiny over the next 365 days as Central trying to get lined up properly. Stakowiak, the running back. Looks like they're going to give the ball to the senior. And no, Narvaez is going to keep it himself, and he does get into the end zone. It is a Bay City Central Wolf touchdown! Denting the scoreboard.
Nice job by the Wolves coming out here in the third quarter. Did a nice drive, and Narvaez looked really sharp coming off the bench for Bay City Central.
He did put together a very nice drive, so they were able to talk about some things at halftime and really put a sequence of plays together to get him on the board.
Wolves are going to go for 2 here, Jeff, with 5:10 and counting to go in the third quarter. 56-6 right now. See what happens here on a 2-point conversion.
The 2-point conversion is just short and no good, so we will continue with the super clock as Central dents the scoreboard, and it's 56-6. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spiritwear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spiritwear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along Oh, Rick Nijinsky upstairs, recently engaged. Rick, again, he's taking the place of the birthday boy tonight, Nick Page. So
happy birthday.
Just celebrations everywhere.
Happy engagement.
Indeed. And
happy birthday to you, too.
Yes, well, it's a little bit delayed from a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, I joined the Medicare group at 65. And
not a bad group.
That attempted onside kick falls just short. One of the big dogs up front. He doesn't want to get rid of that football. He says, I want to keep that football.
Zach Kalpis.
As the big Zachary making it happen. He looked like he was part of the All-State Good Hands people up front.
Yeah, a little pep in his step when he got up off the ground for recovering that onside kick. Good for him.
That's one of the first times I've been able to see that pig spin and squeeze the pus out of it. First and 10 for the Western Warriors. 2:20 and counting left in the third. Got another new running back, and that will be Davian Kelly, as he picks up about a yard. The Central defense doing a great job. And again, normally out there at that spot on the defensive line would be Jackson Miller, and he got hurt. Looked like a wrist or forearm injury in the first half, and unfortunately not able to return to the field, which is sad. I mean, that's not the way you want to end your senior year.
New quarterback for Bay City Western, Jeff, number 8, Bryce Sarnowski, junior quarterback for the Warriors.
So he's their passing quarterback, and he pulls forward for a gain of about a yard on the play. And it will be third down and close to 10 yards to go as the Central defense gets a little stingy.
Well, we saw against Carmen Ainsworth a few weeks ago, they kind of had Sarnowski and Lavender going back and forth, and they both played really well. And Sarnowski does a really nice job for Bay City Western also.
Well, it's nice to have a two-headed monster that you can make happen. And there is the carry once again by the new running back, Davian Kelly. He picks up about 6 yards down to the 44-yard line. It's going to be fourth down and a long 4-yard-to-go situation. Western looks like they're going to stay on the field and see if they can keep this clock rolling with under a minute left in the first. Or in the third.
Yeah, in the third.
It's the first of the super clock. So this, in all probability, is going to be the last play of the third quarter, down to 40 seconds. Sarnowski trying to get him to jump off sides, and then they look over and say, nope, we're not even down to the 10 seconds yet. And we're going to take a timeout, but that doesn't stop the clock, and we're going to run out the end of the third quarter of play. So with the clock running, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment for the start of the fourth on BCTV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here, ready to roll for the final 12 minutes. It's fourth down and 4 yards to go. As trying to roll forward, Central defender slips to the ground and unable to make that play. Got a penalty flag down on the play. Might be coming back. Could have a block in the back as a Central defender was down on the ground. And
Sarnowski did a nice job running away from there, Jeff, but he made the first down, and the flag's over about the 42-yard line, close to the far sideline.
Looks like they got a blindside block on the Western Warriors. So that will be a 15-yard penalty, and that will be from the spot of the foul. They're going to move the ball all the way back to the 45-yard line of the Western Warriors, and I would say that may precipitate a punt.
Yeah. Coach Willards was, you know what? I was watching him on this play, and he is still out there coaching those kids. And does not surprise me the way we know him and the way he played and the way he coaches. He is a very intense individual.
What in the world are we doing here? They're calling the blindside block, and they called it against Western.
Yep, at the 40.
And so he went back. He started marching it off the first time. It's from the 40. You're going good. You got 11 more yards to go. It's a spot foul when it's across the line of scrimmage.
And the clock's still running.
So, yep, there's 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going for 5 more yards, and we'll have her down pat here. There we go.
And it's going to be Central's ball, too, right?
And are they going to call it a dead ball?
Yeah, I think so. No, now they're...
Yeah, unless it was a dead ball foul, and it was not, then it is going to be a 4th down, and I guess the Western offense is going to stay on the field.
Huh.
So 4th down and about 16. And Central's going to have the sack back at the 37-yard line. Nice job that time by Bay City Central.
Bo Frederick.
Bo Frederick coming in. He says, I'm not going to play quarterback. I'm also a defensive specialist in years past. So he tracks down Sarnowski and makes a great sack. The Wolves get the ball back at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Bay City Central.
Nice job by Bo coming from the blind side and getting a hold of Sarnowski. 9:29 and counting to go here in the ball game. 56-6. The Bay City Western Warriors up.
Central running trips to the near side and a wide receiver to the far side. As Ruland trying to turn around the corner. Western had that one sniffed out pretty well. Virtually no gain on the play. As the leading tackler that time was number 29, Rosenbrock.
Sawyer Rosenbrock. There's a name that has been out in the Western area for many, many years, Jeff. Rosenbrock.
As they just continue to put people on the field, making it happen. And Zay Hardwick might have been a little gimpy coming off the field. I did not see him till he got near the sideline, but he will keep an eye on the fact that he may or may not have the chance to return. Handoff for Stakowiak, banging forward, bringing people with him, hauling along Frankie Flores. So Stakowiak with a nice gain on the play. That will bring up a 3rd down situation for Bay City Central and about 6 yards to go.
Times we watched the Central Wolves, Jeff, really was impressed with Wyatt Stakowiak, the senior running back. He runs hard, he plays hard, does a nice job on defense also. He's had a nice year for Bay City Central.
Just another great kid, too, and always a smile on his face when you see him in the hallways. And Bay City Central right now is Western going to take a timeout? They are, but the clock will continue to roll. So this will be a full timeout. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Covenant Healthcare is leading the way in orthopedics with next-generation robotic-assisted joint replacements, advanced expertise for trauma injuries, and personalized sports medicine care, so you stay one step ahead. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Welcome back here. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. We're going to do another play, and then we're going to have an opportunity to thank some great sponsors. Narvaez with Stakowiak, the single back. Narvaez trying to get a handle on that high snap, and he is swarmed in the backfield back at the 35-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th and 9. How about our sponsors?
All right,
Mike?
Jeff, Sandlot Sports, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, Village in Action Towing, Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Frank's Great Outdoors, Bay City All Saints Booster Club, and last but certainly not least, Covenant Healthcare. We got a great group again this year, Jeff.
Yeah.
Can't thank them enough for all their help and getting us rolling this year. And, you know, we're going to sit down here in the next few weeks, get ready for that winter sports season here.
Yep, we've got some fun stuff ahead for the winter season. We're going to be doing a nice job. Looking forward to hosting Santa coming to town this year, too.
Yeah.
So you and I will have an opportunity to see what Santa's got to offer here.
We've been good boys.
Oh, we're on the good list. We know that. Narvaez back right now with a pass on the side, and it is dropped in the backfield by number 14, Frankie Flores. pass is incomplete and will go over on downs with 5.5 minutes left in the game. 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors.
Yeah, Jeff, go back to that. We were very honored to get the call to be able to help with the Christmas tree lighting downtown Bay City the night after Thanksgiving. So you and I will be down there hanging out with a lot of good cheer, a lot of good Christmas things going on, and we're very fortunate that we're able to do stuff like that. We appreciate it. We're humbled and we are honored.
So we got another timeout on the field. We'll take one as well and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at baycountysportshof.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back on BCTV, down to 4.5 minutes and counting in a super running clock. 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. Handoff going this time once again to Davian Kelly, number 15, brought down defensively by Escamilla for Bay City Central.
Also in on the tackle, number 78, Tommy Paul, the senior offensive and defensive lineman for the Wolves. And we're going to be hitting 4 minutes here fairly quick into the game. Number 56, Bella Matthews for Bay City Central.
Yep, our lone female on the squad is going to get a meaningful snap and see what she can do as she submarines and is going to pursue the play to the outside. It will be a slight gain on the play and bring up a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the Western Warriors with 3:33 and counting left in the game.
Well, looks like, Jeff, congratulations to Bay City Western. They will take the Fireman's Trumpet Trophy, head out west, and put it in the trophy case out at Bay City Western High School.
I'm quite certain that's going to be a joyous bus ride back for 20 minutes to head back to Auburn with this very convincing victory tonight. Ball carried on the play by number 25, Leo Davis. Leo picks up a 1st down as he gets out to about the 48-yard line. And with 3 minutes left, they're just going to have to run 4 plays, and they'll be able to run this 3 minutes worth of clock right off. And we'll be working on a post-game show.
Big thanks to everybody at Central, Jeff, for helping us out tonight. Bay City Western, Judy Cox and the gang out there. Always good to see a lot of familiar faces at this game.
Well, it's a great group with Justin Shaner, Zach Salk, and Allison Sobchak here at Bay City Central as the ball is carried by Saranowski. And he picks up 11 yards on the play, and we'll get another 1st down as we're down to room 222 and counting left in the game. We had to get 170s flash back in tonight,
I'll tell you what, that was a great show, too.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great show.
Yep, Lincoln Company.
Karen Valentine was one of the teachers. Remember her?
I do, and she was from Love American style,
yes.
too. So now we've completed our 1970s flashback. Coming around the outside, we got a penalty flag down as the ball carrier, number 39 on the play, Osarzak. And that one's probably going to come back.
Sam Zarchek, another sophomore running back for Bay City Western, but I think we're going to have a hold here on the Bay City Western Warriors.
Oh, turn on the mic. Holding. Oh, he didn't turn it on, so he's going to wait till they mark it off, and then he's going to be able to give that big booming voice.
I hope he's in good voice tonight.
Yeah, I'm quite certain he will be. As they're going to move that thing back from the 40 to midfield, and I believe we're only going to get one more play left in this game as we're down to $1:15 and counting left in the broad.
I was looking at Marty. He kind of stood that where he was. Oh, he moved up 5 yards. So he followed the back judge rule right there.
Yep. He says I'm going to be 28 back, and nobody's going to beat me to the goal line. Sarzak, the ball carrier again with a modest gain on the play. Many Wolves, including Bo Frederick, in on that tackle, along with number 37, Scott Sinek. So Chonik, again, doing a nice job. Everybody flowing to the football. And with 35 seconds left, I don't think they're going to make them run another play.
Nope. I think you are 100% right.
The Western team's going to roll over to the sideline. Even if they get a delay of game, it won't matter because the clock is going to continue to roll as we're down to 15 seconds and counting left in the game. If I was Marty, I would put my arm up with 9 seconds left just because. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in the ball game: the Western Warriors 56 and the Central Wolves 6. Woo! We'll be back to put the wraps on this one in just a moment on BCTV.
Welcome back to our Bay County Sports Hall of Fame post-game wrap. As we saw a second half that didn't have a lot of scoring, but a lot of people got a chance to play some meaningful snaps in the second half.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. There was a lot of players from Western got in there, and the Central players got in there. But, you know, it was an impressive showing by the Warriors. Man, you got to take your hat off to them from the minute they got onto the field to the last whistle. It was basically Western's night.
Well, you knew with 9:01 left in the game and 3 scores already on the board that it was going to be a long night for the Wolves.
Well, and, you know, you saw that three-headed running back monster for Bay City Western. They just played really hard. That offensive line did a great job. Those kids ran the ball well. You know, they didn't pass a lot, but when they did, boy, the kids made some great catches, and they were right on target for Bay City Western tonight.
I'd say the trip home, you're going to have a few people tooting that fireman's trumpet on the way home out to Western tonight.
Yeah, we saw that down in the press box at halftime, so Bay City Western has the luxury of keeping that for 365 days in their trophy case out there, and Bay City Western will have a chance to go out there next year and try to get it back.
Well, again, really at a loss for words. A great way for Western to end the regular season. They're sounding like that they're going to have an opportunity to get into the playoffs as a result. We're here, and they may have to go to Marquette. But, hey, wherever you got to play, you're just happy to play Week 10.
Well, you know, that's a long bus ride, Jeff. But if you get an opportunity to play Week 10, that's a nice little feather in your cap here at the end of the season. Tough year for Bay City Central this year, so we'll see what happens there. But it's been a great year. We saw some great kids, some great football games this year, and as always, we had a lot of fun bringing it to our folks here watching on Bay County TV.
It's just amazing how fast this season goes with great anticipation. Just seems like yesterday we did that great preseason special, and here we are wrapping up the regular season. We've got a hopeful opportunity. We'll know Sunday night to see if we can maybe follow the Bay City All Saints Cougars in their Week 10 match.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun, Jeff, to see what's going to happen with Bay City All Saints. So everybody will be tuned in on Sunday night to see where their favorite teams are going. It's a special time of year. But you know what? We had a great year. We had a lot of fun. We saw some really good football games, and we saw some really good football players this year. And you know what? We just love watching these kids. And thanks to all the administrators, the athletic directors for helping us out and letting us be part of your night on Friday nights. It means a lot to us when we come out to the districts and the schools.
Well, and a special night on November 9th coming up as well. That's part of our post-game special.
Yeah, that's going to be the banquet for the Hall of Fame banquet. You're going to be there, and
You're emceeing.
I'm emceeing again. This is going to be, I want to say, my 14th year I've emceed the banquet on November 9th at the Doubletree. And then before before that, we're going to be at the Bay County Historical Society. We're going to try to do a little ribbon cutting to our new home at the Bay County Historical Society right next to City Hall. So if you need more information, any tickets, go to BayCountySportsHOF.com and everything Bay County Sports Hall of Fame. And I'm very fortunate to say this is my 20th year on the board. So I'm loving every minute of it. It's just a lot of fun hanging out with that group and seeing the elite of Bay County get recognized on November 9th.
Well, and speaking of which,
brother,
you don't even make it like work being next to you, my brother. It's a joy and a pleasure to be by your side all year long. We're looking forward to putting a great winter schedule together, and that'll be coming up soon.
And back at you. You know, it's our, I want to say it's our 30th year doing this together, Jeff, and being on your right side for all these years in another football season. It is an absolute joy. I love it. We get the best seat in the house, and we get to have a lot of fun, and we love bringing it to you, and I hope you love watching it as much as we love bringing it to the folks.
And a special thanks to the man behind the camera again tonight, recently engaged, perma-grin on his face, Rick Nijinsky.
Thank you.
I know.
He's helped us out 3 weeks this year, and we're glad that he was able to step up.
Rick, you did a great job. We appreciate your help, and happy birthday to Nick Page, and belated happy birthday to you. But I think we're going to have a great winter, too. So lots of things going on, the Christmas tree lighting, you know, and hey, we're just having a lot of fun here on Bay County TV.
Happy belated hole-in-one also at Bay Valley. So it's a special night for all.
Got my first one, over October 1st over at Bay Valley. Got my first hole-in-one on number 7, so that was a lot of fun and celebrated with 3 other guys, so thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
It's a joy. So thank you all. It's been a great football season. Our sponsors, we couldn't do it without you. We'll be back real soon with a winter, probably 10-12 game schedule that we're going to put together to bring you the continuation of high school sports here on Bay County TV. Have a great night, all.
We'll see you soon.